Hello and welcome to my YouTube. In this YouTube, I'm going to play my favorite songs from 1962. But first, let's review what happened in 1962. In 1962, I was 18 years old and a senior in high school. I was president of my senior class and president of the student council. I started college in September that year. John F. Kennedy was President of the United States. 1 year later, I would sing at the funeral of President Kennedy as a member of the United States Naval Blue Jacket Choir. The Beatles auditioned for Decca Records and are rejected and told, quote, "Guitar groups are on the way out." That was a vice president of Decca that told him that. Chubby Checker's song "The Twist" is banned from all Catholic schools because it's impure. John Glenn orbits the Earth for the first time. The movie Lolita is released, and what a stir this caused in America. Very controversial. Walter Cronkite begins anchoring the CBS nightly news and quickly became the most popular newscaster and most trusted newscaster in America. Marilyn Monroe sings "Happy Birthday" to President Kennedy. And this caused a real stir. I'm going to show you a video clip of Marilyn singing to the president, and you can decide for yourself.
Mr. President, the late Marilyn Monroe.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Mr. President. Happy birthday to you.
The Jetsons begins playing on TV. Sonny Liston knocks out Floyd Patterson to become the heavyweight champion. Ringo Starr replaces Pete Best as the drummer for the Beatles. The communication satellite Telstar is launched into orbit by the United States. President Kennedy sends federal troops to integrate the University of Mississippi. This was a huge story. Johnny Carson becomes the host of The Tonight Show way back in 1962. The first James Bond movie, Dr. No, opens in London. And I still remember the line that he said as he's lighting the cigarette, and I quote, "Bond, James Bond." The Cuban Missile Crisis begins. And in America, we had an address on television by John Kennedy. And I was in college at the time. And all of us college boys sat around the TV in the lounge and watched this. And we were scared because we thought we were going to war. And we just knew we would all be drafted into the Army immediately. Richard Nixon loses the election for governor of California, and he tells the press, quote, "You don't have Nixon to kick around anymore because, gentlemen, this is my last press conference." Well, not quite. You see, he became president a few years later. The chubby checker limbo rock becomes real popular, and all the kids were learning the limbo dance to see how low you could go. And it was amazing how low some of these kids could do. They could get down to almost 12 inches. Unbelievable. Now, chubby checkers, the twist takes the country by storm. I mean, everybody, young and old, learn how to do the twist. If you didn't know how to do the twist, you were square. The Navy SEALs are activated for the first time. They were an offshoot of the underwater demolition team. And 2 years later, I would be assigned as an instructor at the Naval Underwater Demolition Team School. Danny Thomas founds St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. This is a hospital for children suffering from cancer. Taco Bell is first opened in Downey, California, and this is the original. Goldfish crackers were introduced. They're still around. The first Walmart store opens in Rogers, Arkansas. The first Target store was opened in St. Paul, Minnesota. The first Kmart store was opened in Garden City, Michigan. Fruit Loops were introduced. Andy Warhol paints his famous Campbell Soup Cans painting. And do you know what that painting is worth? $17 million. At least that's the last time it sold. Marilyn Monroe is found dead at the age of 36. This was a huge, huge story in the press and on TV. So, who was born in 1962 while I was a high school senior? Tom Cruise, Jodie Foster, Garth Brooks, and John Bon Jovi. The top movies in 1962 were The Longest Day. I have to tell you a little story. That summer, I was working in a drive-in theater outside of my town, and I was in the ticket booth. I sold the tickets. We ran this movie, The Longest Day, for 2 solid weeks. So every night for 2 whole weeks, I sat there and I watched The Longest Day. It got to where I memorized a lot of the lines, including the German lines. Lawrence of Arabia. In Search of the Castaways. That Touch of Mink, starring Cary Grant and Doris Day. What a beautiful couple they made. Mutiny on the Bounty. The most popular TV shows were The Beverly Hillbillies, Candid Camera. Remember this? They would take a camera and they would secretly place it somewhere out on a street or in a building, and they would film people in candid situations. And then they always said at the end, "Smile, you're on candid camera." The Red Skelton Show. I loved The Red Skelton Show. Clem Cadiddlehopper. That was this character. My mother sat next to Red Skelton on an airplane once, flying from Chicago to Dallas. She loves to tell that story. Bonanza. Huge hit. Everybody watched this. The Lucy Show. Now, this is not the I Love Lucy show. That was another one. This was The Lucy Show. The top records of 1962 were Stranger on the Shore by Acker Bilk, I Can't Stop Loving You by the great Ray Charles, Mashed Potato Time by Dee Dee Sharp. Everybody learned the mashed potato. Roses Are Red, My Love by Bobby Vinton. And The Stripper by David Rose. This was a big orchestra piece, and when you hear it, you can just visualize some strippers up on the stage taking it all off. Sounded really raunchy, but it was a big hit. The top singers of 1962 were, well, of course, Elvis, Brenda Lee, a lot of great hits, very popular. Ray Charles. One of my favorite songs of all time was What'd I Say? Connie Francis. And Bobby V. Those were the top singers. And now I'd like to play 5 of my favorite songs from 1962.
Hey baby, won't you take a chance? Say you'll let me have this dance, so let's dance. Let's dance. We'll do the twist and stomp the right way to do any old dance that you wanna do. Let's dance. we march along, I'll pass as your comrade. No one will ever know. Won't you let me go with you? No, my love, no. Johnny, I fear you are unkind. I love you far better than all of mankind. I love you far better than words can ever express. Won't you let me go with you? Yes, my love, yes. Sweet little Sheila, you know her, you see her. Blue eyes and a ponytail. Her cheeks are rosy, she looks a little nosy. Man, this little girl is fine. Never knew a girl like little Sheila. Her name drives me insane. Sweet little girl, that's my little Sheila. Man, this little girl is fine. Me and Sheila go for a ride. Oh, 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 I feel funny inside. Then little Sheila whispers in my ear. Oh, 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 I love you, Sheila dear. Sheila said she loved me. She said she'll never leave me. True love will never die. We're so loved and happy just being around together. Man, this little girl is fine. Never knew a girl like little Sheila. Her name drives me insane. Sweet little girl, that's my little Sheila. Man, this little girl is fine. Me and Sheila go for a ride. Oh, 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 I feel funny inside. Then little Sheila whispers in my ear. Oh, 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 I love you, Sheila dear. Sheila said she loved me. She said she'd never leave me. True love will never die. We're so young and happy just being around together. Man, this little girl is fine. Yeah, this little girl is fine. Oh, this little girl is fine. I'll never let you see the way my broken heart is hurting me. I've got my pride and I know how to hide all my sorrow and pain. I'll do my crying in the rain. If I wait for cloudy skies, you won't know the rain from the tears in my eyes. You'll never know that I still love you so, though the heartache remains. I'll do my crying in the rain. Raindrops falling from heaven could never wash away my misery. But since we're not together, I look for stormy weather to hide these tears I hope you'll never see. Someday when my crying's done, gonna wear a smile and walk in the sun. Maybe a fool, but till then, darling, you never see me complain. I'll do my crying in the rain. I'll do my crying in the rain. I'll do my crying in the rain.
This song is supposed to be sung by 3 teenage girls, so just use your imagination. I'm using a trio effect, helping girls to try to raise my voice like teenage girls. So here is My Boyfriend's Back. He went away and you hung around and bothered me every night. And when I wouldn't go out with you, you said things that weren't very nice. My boyfriend's back and you're gonna be in trouble. Hey la, my boyfriend's back. You see him coming, better cut out on the double. Hey la, my boyfriend's back. You've been spreading lies that I was untrue. Hey la, my boyfriend's back. So look out now, 'cause he's coming after you. Hey la, my boyfriend's back. Hey, he knows that you've been lying, and he knows that you've been lying. He's been gone for such a long time. Hey la, my boyfriend's back. Now he's back and things will be fine. Hey la, my boyfriend's back. You're gonna be sorry you were ever born. Hey la, he's kinda big and he's awful strong. Hey la, my boyfriend's back. Hey, he knows I wasn't cheating. Now you're gonna get him beaten. What makes you think you'll believe all your lies? You're a big man now, but he'll cut you down to size. My boyfriend's back and he saved my reputation. My boyfriend's back. If I were you, I'd take a permanent vacation. Hey la, my boyfriend's back. Hey, I can see him coming. Now you better start running. My boyfriend's back and you're gonna be in trouble. Hey la, my boyfriend's back. You see him coming, better cut out on the double. Hey la, my boyfriend's back. You've been spreading lies that I was untrue. cheating